Hi folks, Father Joe here. Sort of a little October parish update, if you would. Here we are, getting toward the end of 2020. Obviously the pandemic continues, and I hope you're doing well to the best we can do and you can do, you and your family. You keep hearing on TV, you know, there's certain things we should be doing. You know, one of them is wear a mask, wear a mask. You know, and I got to say something about the mask. They were talking about it today on Good Morning America, or one of them. And they said, this is important. You know, it's one factor among other factors that hopefully lessens the transmission of this pandemic, this virus. They said that about 40 to 45% of the people who pass on the virus are asymptomatic. They don't know that they're sick, you know, and this helps. And of course, it's a two-way street, as one of the First Communion kids said to me. Yeah, Father Joe, I wear my mask because it protects me, but also protects you. And that's so true. And when we wear it, you know, it's got to go over the mouth and the nose. You know, this way. You know, this way. The whole thing. The whole thing. I have to say, it grates on me when I see people out and about in the stores, or serving me even, you know, as I check out of a store. You know, there's the mask halfway down. I mean, it's almost not doing what we hope it would do. Socially distance. You know, we have social distance in church, if you were to come to church, for a reason. And then the whole thing about avoiding large crowds, you know, and then just trying to be as concerned about this pandemic as we can without being overly so. And of course, we pray that, you know, in the months ahead, don't know when, but that we'll have a safe vaccine for this. I think there's one of the newscasters, she ends her newscast every week by saying, or every day, by saying, be positive, test negative, and that's our hope. Parish life continues. You know, some of you have been directly involved with some of these things. We had First Communions the last several weeks at the weekend liturgies. 2, 3, 4, 5 children received First Communion. We had confirmation earlier in the month for about 28 of our young people. And certainly our congratulations to them and to the families and to the parish. Faith formation is about to begin. It's about to begin for all grade levels, K through 10. It begins the 6th of October, so a little less than a week from now. All the classes are going to be remote. We're going to be using Zoom, but it's important if your child has not been signed up by you as parents, that you would do so in the next few days. We need to have our children grow in the faith, which happens in many ways. Faith formation is one of the ways that support the parents, but obviously what we do at home and what we do outside of our homes need to be directed by our centrality in our Roman Catholic faith in Jesus Christ. And certainly I encourage everyone to, quote unquote, attend Mass on a weekly basis. I'm very much aware that because of the pandemic, many people, vulnerable people, technically I'm one of them, would feel uncomfortable or should not even go to church under the present situations. And that's fine. But it doesn't matter your age. It doesn't matter your age. If for whatever reasons you feel you don't want to be in Mass, that is fine. Because, as you know, the obligation to attend Mass continues, or does not continue. It's been abrogated, it's been dispensed with, and that will continue for a while. But, you know, there's always the central truth, so to speak, that if we feel sick, You know, we should not be going to church. We should probably not be doing a lot of things. And so we have to be careful not only for our own sakes in this pandemic, but for the sakes of our others. And so if I were to say something, if you're going to err on the side of caution, do so. You know, don't go to Mass. Watch it live streamed here every week. We do it at 10:30. You go to our website, StMaryscrEscent.org or .com. And then the website comes up, and you just scroll down a little bit, and you'll see a little square or rectangle that says watch the Mass live, and then click, and you'll be right there. If you're a little late, you say, geez, I overslept, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, you can still go to the same place, but just go one more box down where it says archived Masses, and you could watch it then. Speaking of Mass, I think that in our Roman Catholic society today particularly, we could all grow in a better understanding of the Mass. And so because of that, I am putting together a 3-part video on the Mass that it's just about recorded, and we'll be disseminating that to the parish through our app, through our website, through emails, whatever, probably toward the end of the month, around the 22nd or so of the month of October. And certainly I would ask you, and ask you with your family, to watch this, There's great misunderstandings about what the Mass is and what the Mass isn't. Why should I go? Why shouldn't I go? What's it about, Alfie? And hopefully this helps us a little way. It isn't going to be any great sacramental, theological video, but I think it'll help us with some of the basics and some of the awarenesses that help us know our faith and live our faith. Parish life goes on, you know, as we mentioned the sacraments, but, you know, people call here, they want to have their child baptized, they're thinking about getting married. We obviously are doing funerals. We have an outreach to our sick in the parish and beyond, but that sometimes has to be qualified because there are guidelines that are in place, whether they be because of the pandemic in the state or just guidelines from our diocese about our interactions with people at home. We try to do our best, and I think if, you know, we can continue that ministry without any big changes. Talking about parish life, you know, we asked, I don't know when it was, July, September, August, I don't know, I lose track. But we did a I Care, We Care sort of little campaign where I mentioned in one of those videos that we have a couple of food pantries that we assist with donations that people bring in, and because of the pandemic that's become lessened. And so I asked people if possible, could they donate $1 or so a person, and people were very generous. And as of a couple of days ago, the total amount was approximately $2,500. So what we're going to do with that money is we're going to split it 3 ways. We're going to send a third of it to Guatemala, to our sister parish relationship that we have there. And then we're going to send a third of it to the food pantry in Cajos that's run by the Holy Trinity Parish. And then we're going to send it to the Mechanicville food pantry, a third of it too. We've been dealing with these people, working with these people for many years now. And so that'll help that. They can use that money sometimes to buy a little bit more than maybe you or I could if we went to the local grocery store. Certainly when it comes to parish donations in general, I have to thank you for your your donations that have come in a variety of ways. We obviously have people that are coming to church and they make their donation in church. But most people, because of the inability to be here for safety reasons, are sending in their check or their envelopes to the parish on a weekly or even a monthly basis. Other people are using electronic giving. Matter of fact, I use it all myself. And so that's a very helpful way to continue to support the parish. And I know a few people are using text to give in the parish. Our ministry goes on, our bills go on too, just like yourself. And then we all remember the Bishop's Appeal. The Bishop's Appeal now has a new name. It's called the Diocesan Appeal. And also because of the pandemic, it got delayed. Normally, we would begin this about May 1st, and it'd be over by, July sometime. Well, it really didn't start in the diocese until about July, and we're just continuing, some of us, to get some of that information. Here it is, October 1st. Note that the new name, Diocesan Appeal, is the old name, Bishop's Appeal, okay? Some of the materials that came out initially didn't say that. It wasn't the best communication, but now they're trying to make that more clear. Also, none of this mailings and the like is coming from the parish anymore. The diocese has taken over complete running of the Bishop's Appeal. The mailings, the collections, you'll get an envelope, and they ask you to use that envelope that you send in, or was sent to you, to send it back, because there's a code on it that says St. Mary's Crescent. And even if you're in doubt, just write, like 1,000 times on it, St. Mary's, Crescent. Give you an example. I called O'Connor's Religious Store yesterday. We needed to order some candles for the service we do on All Souls. And as I was talking to the young man, he went to the back room to see if they had the candles. And he goes, "Oh, Father, somebody from your church called this morning." I said, "Oh?" And then I said, "Well, I know I'm getting older," I said, "but I don't remember asking Stephanie if she would do that." I said to him, "Are you sure it's St. Mary's?" I said, "Well, you ordered the candles and something else." I said, "Where's this something else?" I said, "That's not this St. Mary's. That's St. Mary's downtown, Waterford." And it was. People get us mixed up. And besides that, there's more than one St. Mary's in our diocese. And it wouldn't be the first time that bills were sent incorrectly in our diocese, or even money. So just say St. Mary's Crescent, Waterford, New York, 28 times. We ask you to do what you can. I know some of us may be able to do what we did last year. Some of us may not. That's fine. But do what you can. Obviously the appeal helps people in the diocese. That's the bottom line. There's a goal we have in the parish. It's $108,000. Seems like a lot of money. It is. I'm sure we all said, "I wish I had $108,000 right now," but we don't. And our parish has been generous for many, many years, and so we just ask you to do what you can. Do what you can, because when we do it together, we're successful. People wonder, at least some people, what's the health of the pastor? Okay, the health of the pastor. Well, I feel better. I feel extremely better than I did 3-4 months ago, before I had surgery. And quite frankly, I feel better probably than I have in 1 or 2 years. And I was thinking about my problems, and it was due to a lot of factors. But I remember falling about 2 years ago at the golf course. It was on a little downslope off the tee, and slipped and didn't think too much about it. But my back bothered me for a long, long time. And that may have been something that affected some things that really were wrong in my spine and the like. But anyways, I'm trying to be a good patient. I do my doctor-directed, things to do, like walking and doing my exercises. Unfortunately, he hasn't said anything about playing golf yet, but I guess that'll have to wait till 2021. However, that surgery is over, and I'll be seeing the doctor, my spine doctor, here in about 2 months. But I need another surgery. And I suppose the pandemic is a good time to have this surgery. I have some eye issues that I've had for about 1.5 to 2 years, and that we're going to be taking care of that probably in November. I don't have a date, but we'll be dealing with it. There will be a recovery period to that, probably in the vicinity of 3 to 4 weeks. And as fortunate as we are to have Father Vasco, when I had my spine surgery, Father Vasco has offered to assist us with the liturgies that I might miss on the weekends because of the eye surgery. So thank you for your concern, your prayers, and your support, and off we go, off we go. It goes without saying that a lot of people continue to do the things they do for the good of the parish. We have lots of different, hate to use the term, volunteers, but I'll use the term, people in ministries, in a variety of ministries that are associated with Mass or just associated outside of Mass. And they are certainly to be appreciated and thanked for their efforts. There's also the staff. There's a staff. We have a good staff. They continue to do what they can do under these unusual times, and so support them, support them. I think that's about all that I'd like to share this week, this month. But again, my thanks. Be safe, be healthy, wear your mask, socially distance, keep praying for the parish community and for a vaccine. And someone did ask me the other day, Father, are you making your bed? I said, of course. I make my bed every day, every morning. And so I hope you're doing the same. So thanks again. God bless.